Hello, welcome to a special Thursday night appearance of Conqueror TV with your host, Brett Johnson. I have a special guest tonight. She is part of our lineup here on HSP with the show Insomniac. We have Miss Red.
Hi, welcome. Hey,
Hi.
thank you very much.
Welcome. How are you doing tonight there, Miss Red?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I'm glad that you're doing well. Um, you are actually a host as well here on HSP. You have a show on Sunday nights called Insomniac. How is that going for you?
Oh, it's going fantastic. I always have a lot of fun doing the whole entire process and production from the initial ideas and concept the whole way through filming and post production. So,
What
yeah.
got you? How did that start? Like the Insomniac, like where did the idea come from, and how he got it to where it's now?
Okay. So, about a year and a half ago, I've had insomnia for many years. And about a year and a half ago, I kind of was like, well, I keep going down the rabbit hole at night, looking through the internet for weird, creepy, and strange facts, just as something to pass the time when my brain won't let me sleep. And it's like, I talk to a lot of my friends and they do a lot of the same thing, and we socialize about it quite often. So, hmm, maybe I could make this into a podcast. Maybe other people would really enjoy this too. And then they can kind of have a one stop shop for their excursions, their insomnia excursions, instead of having to, you know, ramble through the whole entire expanse of the internet to find what they're looking for.
Right. Yeah, because I know I've had those nights too where you can go just down a rabbit hole on anything. I mean, TikTok, YouTube, like you
Mhm.
look up weird, creepy stuff, or even funny stuff, or like a big popular one you probably know of, cat videos too. You could
Yeah.
insomnia is yeah, kind of. I don't know. I think everybody has like a version of it. I feel like sometimes you just can't sleep and your mind just stays on. Some people have it really severe. I know I don't. I like to sleep, but there's sometimes where I just have long nights and. But yeah, no, I really like the show. I think it's very interesting. How long have you been doing at the Insomniac show, or the Insomnia show?
How have I been
How
doing?
long?
Oh, how long? About a year and a half. Now, I've
Okay.
done it with Heart and Soul Promotions for about a month now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Quack approached me about a month ago and he was like, "Hey, I really like your content. Would you like to produce it um, with Heart and Soul Promotions?" I was like, "Yeah, let's give it a shot. Sounds like fun." And so here I am, part of the family now. And I'm
Yes.
grateful to you guys very, very much because I am having tons of fun.
And then if people do have questions for Miss Red, put it in the comments, and we could definitely ask, those questions as well. That was what I was going to ask you. Second is how did you get involved? But you just said that. How does that? How do you prepare for like the show, like pre-production to production, and then to your to the live show? Or I
So,
know it's recorded.
right. Reproduction is pretty simple. As many people I've seen in my show, I do have a handy dandy notebook, which I have kind of marketed as my book of spells.
Oh,
That's part of the premise is the whole witch thing. Um, as part of the gimmick. And yeah, I just think of a topic, or one of my fans or friends suggests a topic that they would like to see. And when I can't sleep, I go down the rabbit hole and find weird, creepy, and strange facts about it. And that's what I write down. And so, yeah. The second thing I do is I actually do a live cast on my Facebook before filming. It's called Makeup and Chat because each of the episodes not only has its own theme, but I also pick a different either Monster Goth or VFX makeup style to do my makeup in for that
Okay.
episode. So people really enjoy seeing that too. And yeah, I don't know. After that, it's lights, camera, and action, and
There you go.
yeah.
How long does it usually take you to put like all your makeup on and everything?
The makeup actually it takes me about 30 to 35 minutes depending on what the look is. Only because I'm also doing it live on film, so I'm explaining it as I do it. Most of the looks that I choose to do for the filming, if you just know how to do it, would only take about 15 minutes to really do, honestly. But yeah. Um,
Do you have like any favorite subjects that you like to bring up, or have you had a favorite show yet come up, or you just kind of pick random topics?
I would say my favorite subjects of research so far, for the ones that I've done for Heart and Soul Promotions has been the witchcraft one.
Yeah,
Um,
I actually saw that. I thought that was very interesting. That because like, do you practice any of that
I do.
witchcraft? Okay, because see, I'm Christian, so I thought that was kind of neat when you talked about the Bible and King James. Like, I never heard about that, and I thought that was really interesting.
Mhm.
How you brought that up in your show about like the witch hunts and everything. That was the only thing I could think of really quick about about that one. I mean, I like watching your show because you go through. It's really I wouldn't. It can be a little bit intense, a little bit like it's intense in like a good way. Like, oh wow, I didn't realize that, or it's like I learned something from there. I think it's a really good show, and I always learn something. I think it's always interesting when you come up with different with your the different ideas, the different stuff you talk about on the
Mhm.
show.
Mhm.
Do have some questions here. Some are funny, some are definitely odd. One of them, do you have a
Bring 'em
favorite promo
on.
artist?
Okay.
Well, let's kind of back up a little bit. Were you a fan, like growing up? Were you a fan of wrestling?
I was kind of a fan, yeah. I used to watch WWF on Saturday mornings with my dad after cartoons. So,
Do you have any favorite like wrestlers that you like?
I would say Gold Dust and Bret the Hitman Hart and Nature Boy.
Okay, okay, okay. I never heard of anybody having a like a being a big fan of Gold Dust. What is it because of the makeup and just that he changes into something different, or what about like Gold Dust? I just kind of curious because like I've never heard someone say their favorite is Gold Dust.
I would say, yeah, because I am a huge fan of show stopping and burlesque and all that sort of stuff. I'm also
Okay.
a fan of in, androgyny, and so I guess that's appealed to me since a very young age. Just yes, the costumes, the flair, the over the top antics, just the whole 9 yards. It's like it's so entertaining. It just that's probably the appeal with Gold Dust.
Ed wants to know, have you seen Brick Johnson's 5 Seconds of Sexiness? I'm sorry.
I don't think I have, no.
uh,
I
yeah.
might have to go down a rabbit hole one of these nights.
Do you? I'm sorry.
Nope, go ahead.
um, whew, it just got a little warm. Sorry. Do you do you watch any of like any of the promo stuff that we do as well? Do you watch any
Oh
of the
yeah,
promo shows? Do you have
oh yeah.
any favorite promo artists?
I would say that my favorite show is probably Tin Man's show, Tin Tuesday with Tin Man. I love comedy. I love comedy, and his stuff is hilarious. I know that Rig was actually talking about doing his own trucking show, kind of.
Yes.
And I used to be a truck driver, so it's like, yeah, I'm
Oh,
very
okay.
interested. to see how Rig does his show.
How long did you do that for?
I did that for 3.5 years.
Very cool. Yeah, no, he's yeah, it's gonna be I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, it's gonna be him talking about truck driving and everything. Let's see what other
And
ones we.
yeah, of course, the Pulse. I love the Pulse. At first, when Dr. Quack was kind of explaining it to me, I'm like, that sounds kind of cheesy. But then I actually started watching some of the promo rounds and things, and I'm like, actually, this is kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of rap battles, but with that rap flair, which I like.
Yeah. Did you? And then it looks like Rick was asking, did you drive cross country or just local when you did trucking?
I actually drove OTR, over the road, so I have seen majority of areas, majority of counties through the 49 continental states. Haven't been to Hawaii yet because, of course, there's no road to Hawaii.
Ed was gonna ask too, how far have you been down the rabbit hole? I don't know if that's like.
So I have some friends that live in South Korea, and because of the regulations in Asia, in most of the Asian countries, as far as communication goes, majority of them opt to only really communicate via the dark web. And that's just because of the regulations that go on there. And so that's how far down the rabbit hole I've gone.
All right. Just kind of going through here real quick. Dr. Crack was asking, what is your favorite scary movie?
My favorite scary movie is Silence of the Lambs. I love psychological thrillers. So.
Okay. Have you ever seen? I'm a big fan of like Stephen King. You ever watched that one called Window, or was it called Secret Window?
Yes.
Johnny Depp in it. That one was so the psychological and that it was just so creepy.
Mm-hmm. How do I put it? I'm also I'm a huge fan of reading too, and while I find it difficult to read Stephen King's work because of the mechanics and how he sets up his stories, the back and forth, and it's like, oh balls, now I got to go read this part again. But how the film producers and directors set up his stories on film, I find to be quite brilliant and makes the stories more comprehensible. So a lot of his stories that have been put into film, I very much enjoy.
Very interesting. It looks like. Let's see. What's the weirdest thing you have ever seen?
As pertaining to what? Because that is a broad spectrum when you're an internet troller.
Dr. Quack was asking that. Real life. What's the weirdest thing you've seen in real life?
Oh, golly. I'm not 100% sure how I've seen a lot of weird shit. I would say the most shocking thing that I've seen in real life is a 15-year-old boy that was obviously an own prostitute in a truck stop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Real quick, we do have to take a commercial break, and then we'll be right back have an interview with Miss Red.
Okay.
FTW Premier Promo League. The Promo Performance Alliance. Wrestling Geeks and Pariahs. The Voice of Honor. And Heart and Soul Promotions presents a showcase for everyone. The Champion Showcase, coming in June 2022.
All right, we are back with Miss Red, the host of, and is it Insomniac? Is it? Am I saying it right?
Yep,
Okay.
Insomniac.
Insomniac. All right. So what do you do for fun in your own time then?
Oh, in my spare time, I do lots of things. I love to hang out with friends and family, especially with my kids. I love to write, draw, sing, do live casts, do different types of arts and crafts, make jewelry, of course, do different magic things. I actually teach people divinatory practices, which is, like the art of reading tarot cards and rune stones and, fortune telling, so to speak. And just, I don't know, tons of stuff. I like to cook, but I also like to eat. I like to go out and do karaoke, sometimes play pool and darts, and go to
Nice.
concerts, all sorts of things.
So do you do any of like the live tarot reading, like live as well, or any of your magic stuff live, or?
I have not done any of that stuff live yet. I am a member of a live tarot group that is a public forum group on Facebook. However, I haven't actually applied to be a reader with them. Typically, when I do readings and stuff for people, I do them, via video chat and PM, and therefore they pay through PayPal. And so, yeah.
Nice. What's your plan for your, like, what do you have planned for your next show? Or for future shows? There we go.
Well, the next show, the topic that I was thinking of was weird, creepy, and strange kinks, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because there's a lot of them, and some of them are
Oh,
horrifying.
some are just super. Yeah, I could go down that rabbit hole, but we won't go down that one.
Yeah, if you ever really want to go down a dark rabbit hole, well,
yeah,
there's
that one's very, very deep. I've put my toe in that water before, and I'm like, that's not for me. I backed out. I was like, I thought it was one thing, and I looked the other. I'm like, nope, this is too much. Back way.
Yep.
You gotta have to ease into that kind of stuff, and
I know, right? I have friends that's actually what they do for fun. It's not that it's a turn on for them. It's just
their way of life.
It's that kind of, it's like a train wreck, I shouldn't want to look, but I gotta sort of morbid curiosity. So
Yeah, it's like I like watching that Dr. Popper,
oh,
the
Dr.
zip popping doctor. Like,
or Pimple Popper, yeah.
yeah, it's a train wreck. It's gross. Like, why are we watching this? And it's addicting.
I actually have a psychological and scientific explanation for that fascination, but yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. So it is instinctual for us to want to expel waste product from our bodies, and knowing the relief that a person gets from getting that stuff out of your body and out of your skin, it gives us a draw of a kind of an empathy.
Like a dopamine, kind of?
Yeah, it's almost like an emphatic draw. It's like, ooh, somebody's getting healthier, sort of thing. So even though it is morbid and gross, there is an instinctual fascination to what it represents.
It's like relieving pressure, kind of like acupuncture or other stuff. Like Ray was saying here, a natural high. Like when people do acupuncture or other like massages or something.
Exactly. Just like, when you see somebody on film laugh and you laugh too, it's that sympathetic mechanism. So,
Yeah, no, that's like another good one. I don't know if you go on, you probably may go down this rabbit hole too, like the whole ASMR.
oh yeah, the listening
The
stuff.
yeah, the listening, the different sounds, and pretty much um the same thing as like what's coming. So sorry, I'm getting off topic.
No,
Who
you're
does
fine.
who does your makeup?
I do my makeup.
You do your own makeup, okay?
Right. As I said, yeah, all my makeup and stuff I do live on film. On Facebook, I do a Facebook Live before filming. So, yeah. I actually went to cosmetology school to learn how to color my hair, do my nails, do my makeup, and everything because honestly, if you look at the budget of doing those things over a lifetime, having someone do them for
It's
you versus
expensive.
going to school, yeah, it's like, I can pay a couple of grand now and learn how to do it myself, or pay tens of thousands of dollars over my lifetime. What to do, you know?
Well, like for example, I have a couple kids, so I take me and my kids to the model college here in town, and it's only $27 for all three. Now, if I went to an actual barber, it's going to cost me at least $25. That's without shaping up my beard or anything. That's just. Um, Now, do you have any advice for anyone wanting to host a show?
Um, well, there's tons of advice that could be given. I would say, yeah, get yourself a handy dandy notebook, definitely, because even if you're just jotting down little thoughts and stuff that help you remember where you are in your presentation, it helps you with your flow. Another thing, lighting is important.
Yes.
Lighting is very important. So, uh, Amazon is a great resource to get things like ring lights and just the spotlights and things. And for example, one of my ring lights, I bought it for 25 bucks off of Amazon. It works like a million bucks. In fact, I had a $125 one that croaked after 3 weeks, and the $25 one is still going
There
strong.
you go. There you go.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Just have fun. I mean, that's part of the experience is have fun. Uh, Understand that everybody has stage fright. Okay, everybody. I mean, public speaking and stage fright is the number one fear on the planet. Death is actually number two to public speaking and public
Really?
embarrassment. Yes. In fact, that's probably gonna be a show too, is like the top 10 fears on the planet and how they affect people.
And like the
Um,
different psychologicals as
yeah,
well, because I'm a big fan of like the brain. I like to learn about like how brain works, different mental, like the mental health, the psychology behind everything, some of the sociology stuff. It's a lot of interesting. Yeah, we can't wait to see like your next show coming up. We have Miss Red. She's always on Sunday nights. Do you have any final thoughts before we finish up for the night?
well, of course, thank you so much for having me on tonight. This is awesome. This is definitely fun. And yeah, definitely. Everybody tune in and see me at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday night. And if you guys have any suggestions or questions for me or anybody else in Heart and Soul Promotions, please don't hesitate to ask you guys. It's part of why we're here, and we love what we do, and we love answering your questions. So, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for everybody in the comments for your questions and comments. Thank you, Miss Red, for being on Conquer TV. I am Brick Johnson. You guys have been a wonderful crowd tonight, and you all have a wonderful night.
Bye.